Before I move on to Unit 1, Lesson 3, I want to make sure that you go back and do Math Journal, page 6, and go over to the answer book and correct math boxes number 1 through 6. And if there's any of those that you struggle with, please come back to the desk and talk to me about it. I also want to clarify that the country sizes, page 11, needed to be turned in to me. That loose leaf paper would have been in your file folder. Thank you. Lesson 1, 3, Formal Procedures for Rounding. In this, our focus is going to be for you to make sense of rounding procedures, for you to learn procedures for rounding numbers, and for you to apply rounding procedures to numbers in the thousands and 10,000s. First, let's do a mental math and fluency review. What is the value of the 6 in the number 67? Correct, 60. Since the number is 6 and its value is 10, 6 times 10 is 60. What is the value of the number 7 in 47? 7. 7's in the ones place, so 7 times 1 is 7. And our final one, what is the 9 in 903 value? Yes, the 9's value is 900. Ravi wants to know the total number of students that go to his school. The school website says about 860 students. The school newsletter says about 900 students. The principal then tells Ravi that the school has exactly 856 students. How did the website get about 860? And how did the newsletter get about 900? Be prepared to explain how you know, if you know. One way is they started out with the number 856 and probably put it on a number line or off to the side. If rounding to the tens place, we would think that our choices would be either 850, or since it's the tens place that we're looking at, we would go up by 10, 860. Then we would find the middle number between 850 and 860, which would be, correct, 855. 5 on up, we round up. So now we know how the website got about 860, because 856 would come after 855, which would make it even closer to 860. Now, let's look at the other way it was figured. The next person looked at the number and saw the 856, But instead of looking at the tens place, they looked at the hundreds place. Let me try to get this to work here. For some reason it's not allowing me to. Maybe I got to undo the eraser and now push the pen. I may not have done that. They looked at the hundreds place on 856. Looking at the hundreds place, my first choice would be 800. And since I'm looking at hundreds, I would naturally make my largest number up 100 from that, which would be 900. I need to find my middle number between 800 and 900 so I know how to round. So my number exactly between 800 and 900 is 850. Again, 856 would come after 850. Therefore, I know that I must round up. So 856 this time would actually round to 900. Remember, you can round numbers that are in the hundreds, 856, to either the tens place or the hundreds place. And depending on which one of those you use, your answers will vary. Rounding to the nearest 10,000. I want you to look in Student Reference Book, page 280. In there, you should be able to find the answers to the following questions. How big is the Beijing National Aquatics Center? Pause the recording if you need to look at it a little bit longer. You should have noticed that it's 129,000 square feet. Next question. I want you to round the 129,000 square feet to the nearest 10,000. So you have to find the 10,000s place, underline it. What you do to that place depends on the number to its right. The number to its right affects this number. If it's 5 or higher, we round up. If it's 4 or lower, we round this number down. So since 9 is higher than 5, we will round it up. Sorry about that. I need to erase that. There we go. Well, let's try that again, and I apologize again. Remember, I am new at this. And let's go back. So to round 10,000, which is the 10,000s place, we would round that to 130,000 square feet. Complete the number line, plot the numbers on the number line, and then use it to help you round the number. So I'm going to ask you to round 4,698 to the nearest thousand, and then write that rounded number. Well, nearest thousand. Automatically, you should walk right underneath the thousands place value. So what's the lower number of my choices? Well, it would be that exact number, 4,000. What's the higher number? Well, we go up by thousands now. So the highest number could be is one more up from 4,000, which would be 5,000. What's the halfway mark between 4,000 and 5,000? Hopefully you're realizing that it's 4,500. On a number line, and I should have written that here, 4,600 would come after 4,500. So that means that I'm going to round my number up. My rounded number is going to be 5,000. Next, I want you to go to Math Journal page 7, and I want you to complete all the problems on Math page 7. If you have any difficulty, you can always rewind the tape. You can get out your place value flip chart. You can look at the magnets up on the board. You can do any of those things to figure out the answers for page 7. When you are done, I want you to bring it back to me, and I'm going to look at it, and we're going to walk it through together when you've completed it. Pause the tape now and do page 7. Spin and round record sheet. For practice for rounding large numbers, I want you to play spin and round with numbers up to the 100,000s. I'd like you to use a place value to help you with rounding. Pick a partner, look at the directions in Math Master's book, pages G5 and G6, and Student Reference Book, page 273. When you finish the game, select one of the rounds on your record sheet and come up with your partner and explain to me the method that you use to round the number. Again, it says circle the place value digit in the starting number to indicate the spinner directions. For example, circle the 6 in the starting number 462,017 if you are rounding to the nearest 10,000. Which rounding method do you prefer? Explain it to me and to your partner. Addition, top it. There's an advanced version. Student Reference Book, page 275, and Math Master's page G2 should be in your file. Again, play the game and then move on. This is your top it record sheet. For your addition topic practice. Add mentally. What's 3 plus 3? Well, 3 plus 3 is 6. What's 30 plus 30? Hopefully you've caught on now that we just add 3 plus 3, which is 6, and add 1 0. What's 5 plus 6? 11. And what's 50 plus 60? 110. 4 plus 7? 11. And 40 plus 70? 110 again.